All right, all right. All right, welcome back to another video. I'm going to be breaking down my full fitness journey from start to finish. So hopefully you can make that same transformation that I made from skinny to jacked. Without further ado, let's get right into this. So, a little bit about me. I made the transformation from skinny to jacked. Been training for 6 years now and was able to transform my physique as well as others. So, you know, on my journey, obviously I made the transformation and I was also able to transform other people around me. So I had friends that, I would give them advice and about on how to get jacked and build the physique that they wanted. And, that worked out for them. And I'm working with a couple people as well to build that physique. So yeah, we'll go on to the next one. So a little bit of background knowledge about me and where I started. So obviously this is where I first started. I was ectomorph kind of build. I was a little bit of an ecto-mesomorph kind of blend. As you can see here, I already had the broad shoulders. I was naturally very skinny though too, so that's how you can see like the ectomorph kind of traits. And I was very athletic, and I think that was like more of the mesomorph kind of traits. And yeah, you can already see I already have like don't get me wrong, like I had really good genetics starting out, right? But don't let that discourage you from starting your fitness journey because it's not an excuse to victimize yourself just because you don't have good genetics. Like you can still get pretty jacked. It's just about putting in the work. Like even though I had pretty good genetics, I still had to put in the work. Like don't forget that. Um, but yeah, grade 10 to about 12. I don't know if you live in the States or Canada. In Canada, high school is three grades, and I know other places it's like four. They start at grade 9. But during my high school career, I wasn't really, I would only work out whenever my coach would give us like workouts to do, like that were specifically for basketball. So I didn't have a really consistent routine. Like summers and off season, I would be like screwing around. Like I would just be hooping, right? But I was very athletic in high school. I was playing basketball, soccer, track and field, right? Naturally athletic. Like I barely trained. And I was just built like that. Don't get me wrong, like I still had to put in the work to get the results that I have now. It was just a little bit easier for me because I had really good genetics. I was a natural born athlete, right? Yeah, senior year is when I started training a little bit more seriously. I was a little bit more competitive. Um, I was trying to get put on size a little bit more. By the way, if you're looking for coaching, one-on-one coaching, and you're kind of lazy and you're looking and you need a plan that doesn't involve going to the gym, I'm your guy for that. Hit me up and link in the description. Let's see if we can make your fitness goals a reality. But let's keep going with the slide. So 2018 to 2019, year one. This this year I was like, so this was my gap year right after high school. I became a little bit more consistent, had a little bit more of a routine. Just because I had a lot of free time on my hands, I was just working out a lot more. I was working out like twice a day. I wouldn't recommend working out twice a day unless you're doing like cardio in the morning and then you do like your weightlifting maybe in the evening or vice versa. I was just working out twice a day just to like pass time because like I at this point in my life I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was applying for different jobs. I really had a lot of time on my hands, but I was just kind of looking for ways to pass time, honestly. So I just spent most of my time, uh, you know, playing a lot of basketball in my spare time and going to the gym. But as you can see here, I had a consistent routine going, but I wasn't consuming enough protein, so that's why I wasn't gaining really a lot of size, right? And I was struggled to gain weight at times because remember I'm a bit more of an ectomorph. For those of you that don't know, like ectomorphs are like hard gainers. So you watching this right now, you might be an ectomorph if you struggle to gain weight. If you struggle to gain weight, like you eat a lot but you feel like you're not gaining weight, you're naturally skinny. Sometimes you could even be skinny fat, right? But you're someone who naturally is you struggle to put on a lot of muscle mass or weight, right? In the beginning, I weighed about 165 at this point. But you can see here I was pretty consistent. I already had the abs coming in. Chest wasn't looking too bad. I was toned, right? Because I was working out twice a day and I was doing a lot of cardio, right? And I was sprinting at this time too. So that's why the muscles you see they pop up a little bit more. So second half, this is where once I got a job, second half of 2019, I kind of fell off my fitness journey a little bit. I wasn't really working out that much. You know, I was kind of like on and off, and I didn't really know how to find that balance, right? And yeah, like I didn't really know how to find that balance. But I think near the end of I think it was 2019, near the end of 2019 though, is where I think it was fall because this is when I started university at the end of 2019. So September came around, and I started trying to get back serious on my fitness journey. And I was eating a lot of high protein meals. And this is where I actually started my bulk, my first ever bulk. Right, I came back after a hiatus, you know, and I made a commitment. I was like, "Okay, like I want to get jacked." At this point was when I was like, "Okay, I need to get jacked." I don't know what it was. I think it was because the Creed movie came around at that time. I saw the Creed movies, and I was like, "Bro, I need to just get jacked." Right, I just need to straight up get jacked. And also, another reason I was really scared of getting jumped, which is kind of funny. I was scared of getting jumped, and that's why I decided, okay, I need to get jacked because I don't want to get jumped, right? And yeah, as you can see, the new gains were hitting in. Here, I was consuming enough protein. I was eating more. That's the thing about being a hard gainer is you gotta eat, bro. If you want to gain muscle, if you want to put on size, you gotta eat. A lot of you guys say I eat a lot, but bullshit. You're not eating enough. You gotta eat more. Eat more high protein meals. You gotta eat, bro. Like do whatever you can. A lot of you guys are not eating enough, and that's why you're not putting up gains, right? And you got to actually push yourself in the gym. So during this time, I was pushing myself hard. I was lifting heavy, and I was eating a lot. At the end of the year, 2019, I went from 165 to 180 pounds. And you can see here, I'm filled out a little bit more. The abs are not really showing as much because you could tell I'm on a bulk, right? My diet wasn't the best. At this point in the beginning, I was a low key dirty bulking just because I was trying to put on that size as fast as possible, right? You'll see the negative effects as we go on, right? So pre-COVID era and COVID era. So 2020, pre-COVID, I think pre-COVID I got up to like yeah, because here I was 180. Pre-COVID, I think I got up to like 185 near the end of 2019, going into 2020. This was me pre-COVID, right? I was looking pretty good. I had a good cardio routine. Even though my diet wasn't the best, you know, I was still making some pretty good gains, right? I was consuming enough protein. I was eating a lot, right? I'm still a little bit toned here. I still have a little bit of tone to me. I was hooping a lot at this time. I was playing a lot of basketball. I think that's what kept me looking a little bit lean. And then yeah, this is me coming back after the COVID lockdown. So you'll see I was a little bit depleted, a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like, well, I did lose a little bit of muscle during the COVID lockdown. I think I was like 170, but I was doing like at home workouts kind of thing. Calisthenics. I was in parks and stuff, but I wasn't really that consistent though. You know, so that's kind of why like I maintained a little bit, but that's kind of why I lost a lot of weight because like COVID time. It was kind of hard to stay consistent. Not gonna lie, without the gym, I kind of fell off my fitness journey a little bit. I was on and off during the COVID era, right? Because they were kind of opening up on and off. So summer 2020 was the big reopen, right? And this was my comeback season, right? This is where I was like, yo, it's time to get jacked again, bro. Like I was like, yo, I need to get jacked. Whatever you do, just get jacked, right? Gyms opened up. The goal was to get big as possible. I was on a mission. I was like, okay, how do I get big as possible? So I went on a dirty bulk, right? And I went dirtier than last time. Shout out Coach Gray. But I went dirtier than last time, bro. I went on a huge dirty bulk, right? So I was eating almost anything just to put on size. I think, I was 170 at around, I want to say June, and then to December, I went to 200 pounds. So this was me September, October, November, December. You see how in December my abs are already pretty much gone? Like I was bulking like crazy. Like this was the dirty bulk. And you might think, wow, like dirty bulk is actually like really it works for you really well. I mean, yeah, like when you wear a shirt, you'll look jacked, you'll look big. But with the shirt off, you don't really look that appealing, right? Looking back, if I were to go back in time, would I do it differently? I don't know. Like I definitely think like I put on a lot of size, right? As you could see, but at the same time, you know what I mean? I feel like I definitely should. You know what? I don't think I would have changed anything. I think I would have just gone on a cut. I would have gone on a cut after this. But I kind of did go on a cut because as we go on to the next slide, lockdown came again, and I was forced to be inside. I was forced to be inside. I was forced to go back to the park workouts again and stuff. Wasn't easy, and by default, I naturally lost a lot of weight. But then I had to like rebuild from scratch again. I don't really have many photos from that period, but going when they did the reopen again in spring, because mind you, if we were going to go back at near the end of 2020, sorry, near the end of 2020 is when they like December 2020 they locked things down again, right? This was actually my last day in the gym before they locked down. This photo right here with the blue do rag near the end, and then coming back in spring and I had to rebuild all over again. And this was probably taken like the summer, and you already see the muscle memory. Like I already got my gains back, and at this time I was actually going on runs, so I was doing cardio again, and this was the start of like the clean bulk, and I truly believe in like doing the clean bulk because it is slower than the dirty bulk, but at the end of the tunnel, you're gonna be happier at the end of the tunnel. Whereas when you did a dirty bulk, right, you'll be way happier with how you look with and without a shirt on, right? So yeah, like this was the start of like a clean bulk. I was doing cardio. I was eating way better than I was before. Um, yeah, let's keep moving on. So you see how, and keep in mind, like in your first couple of years of lifting, it's really crucial because that's when the newbie gains kick in. Because as you saw in those past couple of slides, like my newbie gains were on, like we're going crazy, right? Like newbie gains is pretty much when you start working out, your body kind of rewards you for like working out, and you start making gains like really quickly, right? And you'll lose fat and gain muscle at the same time, right? So that's why you could see me accelerating at this fast rate because my body wasn't used to this before, and I was just working out like crazy. I was pushing myself, I'm eating a lot, I'm doing a lot of cardio, and that's why you can see what's going on right now. Like I was at this point, I'm on a lean bulk. I'm leaning out, and you see how much better I look here compared to before. Like look how much better I look from doing my first official clean bulk. Like I was training for aesthetics. My diet was better. I was doing a lot more cardio, and I also tried to optimize my lats and optimizing my lower back, like my lats and my shoulders, is what really brought that V, and it made me look way better. Like if we were to go back, let me just move myself. Look here. Like yeah, I look big here, but look how much more aesthetic I look in these three photos. You see the difference between a dirty bulk and a clean bulk, which is why I always recommend doing a clean bulk, right? It's gonna take a little longer, but you will be so much. I promise you, you'll be so much more happier with yourself if you do it this way. Going on to the next one. So this is spring summer 2022. This is where my body made a complete 180. I went all in on the shoulders and the lats, and you already see the triangle. Right? This was like, bro. This is like me like coming out of the hyperbolic time chamber. Like this is like how like Goku and Vegeta they go in the hyperbolic time chamber and they go training for like a crazy amount of time and they come out looking jacked. Super. This was me at Super Saiyan mode, bro. Like I literally decked out my shoulders, my lats, and it created this V taper. I, not only not only am I big, but I'm also lean too. Like this lean bulk, it did me right. You see how my arms, the definition there? Like I look so much. Look how much better I look than when I was doing a dirty bulk, right? But and I was also so at this point after the bulk, I did a little bit of main gain. I got into the main gaining thing, right? But I wasn't really tracking my calories as much, so I did lose a lot of. I did end up losing a little bit of weight, right? But I did look leaner though, since I lost a little bit of weight, just because I wasn't tracking. Because I had a busy schedule at the time, I was working a lot of hours, and I didn't really have time to get my meals in, and I would lose a lot of weight. But it kind of worked in my favor because I was looking leaner. Like I still looked pretty good. I think I ended up at like I the goal was to bulk to 200, and I ended up at like 195. Right. So yeah, if you look back, so yeah, first so fall was like the fall 2021 first official clean bulk, and then going into the summer, spring 2022 is when I went on a little mini cut, unplanned mini cut. There wasn't food in my fridge, and I ended up cutting by default just because I wasn't eating as much in my busy schedule. So fall 2022, I went on another bulk, right? As you can see here, and I went on another clean bulk, right? And 2023 to present, I think what was it? 2022 when I went on my second bulk. I think it was one of my second bulk, and then 2023 I did a main gain again, right? But I don't know. I wasn't really happy with my results through main gaining. I think I should have just prioritized going on a cut because I really wanted to maintain my size. And that's another thing too. Is I think I should just because right now I'm on a cut right now, and I think I look. So this is me like probably 2 weeks ago, and I look a lot more leaner, right? Because I'm actually on a cut right now, and I think there's a lot of misconceptions that when you go on a cut, you're gonna lose muscle, um, you're gonna look smaller, but you actually kind of look bigger because your muscles pop out more when you're leaner and you get a lower body fat. I'm still on a cut right now. I'm trying to get to like 12% body fat, right? And yeah, like you see how here I look so much better than when I was dirty bulking. Like I'm actually eating a little bit. I'm eating like way better. You know what I mean? I'm doing sprinting. I joined a run club, running 5K, and doing sprinting. I'm doing a lot of cardio, but I'm doing my best to keep my calories up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the best at keeping it up. Keep my calories up. Like I have slacked a little bit on a couple of days, but we still out here trying to do our best to reach those fitness goals. Yeah, I was maintaining for a bit. Went on another bulk. I actually went up to 210. I bulked up to 210. Believe it or not, I bulked up to 210, and I think it was this recent bulk. I was up to 210. So now I'm currently 200 pounds, and the goal is to go down to 195. I'm currently on a push-pull leg split, and I do calisthenics sprinkled in. I do like a hybrid training. By the way, if you're someone who's lazy and you don't really want to go to the gym, I can make you a program that doesn't involve the gym at all. You can make an at-home program to reach your fitness goals. Whether that's in the gym or without the gym, I got you. Hit that link in the description if that sounds like you. But yeah, I'm on a hybrid training program. I do sprinting and I do long distance running. Right now, I'm just trying to optimize for getting lean and more athletic. And I'm going to start a bulk in November. But yeah, that was my fitness journey from start to finish. Hopefully, this helped you and gave you insight on how you can start your fitness journey and how you can go about it, right? Obviously, I have some pretty great genetics. Um, don't feel discouraged if you don't have great genetics. As long as you put in the work, you will get jacked. And again, if you need help with that, I'm the guy for that. Hit the link in the description and let's see if it makes sense to work together. But yeah, remember, there's nothing enlightening about playing small. Send this to someone who needs to hear it. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Oh, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.